Hey everyone, Happy New Year. Gonna be changing out my fuel pump on my 97 STI from Japan. Going from this beautiful factory one. I'm gonna be changing that out to this new Walbro, which I have all hooked up inside. To how you would go ahead and remove this. So you come inside, I have my rear seats taken out. You will find it underneath this little white cap. It will be sitting on top of here. You have 3 fuel lines tucked inside here. First, you're gonna have fuel pressure in these lines. I'm a little redneck, I just pulled them off. I don't care about gas getting all over. I cleaned it up. Then there's a bunch of 10 mil bolts. There's around. You take that off. You take all the fuel lines off, you can pull it out. You have to be careful not bending the arm on your fuel level sensor. That's what tells you gas gauge. So you have to take the rear seats out, take this white cover off, you take all these bolts out, and I'll show you the process of putting it back on so that you can hopefully see what it comes out and change it out for yourself. So here we got the factory fuel pump. Factory, they use 2 Phillips heads, and they're just sitting on a little connector. Comes on there, a little screen. It usually sits inside on here, right there. Usually it has a little rubber on the bottom of it that connects on the bottom. I bought a kit for the Walbro that adapts right to the brand new, you can see that new blue, adapts right to the Subaru plug-in, and it just connects right into the Walbro. Comes with a new filter and new rubber piece. However, this is an older Walbro, and it's bought off a buddy of mine. It didn't fit, didn't go as deep as I wanted it to, so I just took it out. It has a rubber on the outside here, and I just used the metal zip tie. Most people, you can just run a new one, you'll be fine. Mine's just an older style, and I just wanted it to sit deeper in the tank. This is your fuel sensor that tells you your gas gauge, how it works. You gotta be careful, these bend very easily. You definitely do not want to break this or your gas gauge will not work. Here's your sensor that you unplug from the car, and there are 3 fuel lines. So how you put these in, it just slides in on the bottom here. There's a little cutout for it. Usually you gotta, I'll show you here on this one, there's a little pin. So you can take it off so that your filter doesn't come off, sorry. Then just a hose clamp that goes to your hose rod, and then you just plug it in. And, we got our fuel pump assembly all put in. You got to try to snake it in here. You got to be very careful. You want to try to snake it in without bending this. It's very delicate. We'll see how she goes. So I was able to get it in. Yeah, it takes a lot of wiggling for me. I'm not the best at this. You got to make sure your rubber gasket has all the bolts through. A lot of people change these. I don't live anywhere close to a Subaru dealership, and I don't have the part number. And I'm kind of lazy, and I'm just going to reuse the old one. Not the best step for it, but so then you got to slide this over top. Just gotta slide this onto the bolts so you can torque this puppy down. Now I'm just taking a double check, make sure they're all snugged up. You don't want to over tighten these, they snap very easily. To tighten these up, I would just put it on and 2 fingers, just give it a little snug. It doesn't move, good enough. You don't want to strip these out as they're on the actual chassis themselves, not just easy to replace. Now you can go ahead and connect the fuel lines. You see here the fuel line's getting all chewed up. That's from when I took it off the pliers. They were stuck on pretty good. I'm gonna have it shoved on enough that this will not be on. This is bad. Maybe it's time for me to replace the fuel lines. You can plug in your harness and we can go start the car. Make sure everything's turned on. I gotta boost this girl because this battery sucks. Got my little cat light. See if she'll turn on. You can hear it kick in there. Just like that. So good. Nothing's leaking. Perfect. Yes, the car will shut off on its own. I have a turbo timer on this thing. The main reason why I'm doing this upgrade is because I got new 850cc injectors. They're not sure what the brand is, I forget. But I got a new turbo, got a full downpipe, 3-inch downpipe to a 2.5-inch Borla exhaust. I got a new turbo, TD05 16G on it. So yeah, here's the turbo, TD05 16G. You can't really see it, just a little guy. Yeah, I redid the engine, painted this sprinkle coat red, but I like it more glossy, so I did a clear coat finish on it. I did not use a heat gun, so that's why it's not as wrinkly and it's more shiny. That's just my personal preference. I did not want the blue, but they're brand new. It's what I have, so that's what I went with. I did a little red touch-ups all over the car. You know, it's my style. It's what I like. The car was originally white, It was a really faded, ugly white. When I was buying the car 2 years ago, it was in the process of getting painted, and I seen it when it was white, and they painted it this red, which is it's really dirty right now, but it's not bad. It's not bad. It's got this weird flake to it, but they did the hood black, and the black it's really dirty. Oh, I don't want to do this. It's got the same sparkle. This looks really nice in the sun. It looks absolutely killer, but they painted over top of the old white paint. And when I got the car, it looked great because it was fresh paint. But even after just a 3-hour drive home, the rubber's peeled right through the fresh paint and it's white. And they were very lazy and cheap, and they didn't take anything off. So it's peeling everywhere. So the car definitely needs a little bit of body work. It's not perfect. Hell, I only paid $7,000 for it when I bought the car. The clutch blew 2 days after I got the car. So it's got a stage 2 brass pack clutch, competition clutch, and it's got a GC8 lightweight flywheel. Running some Advan WRC wheels. I think they used them on the Toyota Celica. I love these wheels. I love NK RPF ones. Need to get a good tire. These are just some Pirelli Dragons. I want to get some Toyota Archer blades, jump on the bandwagon. They're a really nice tire, really grippy. They also look extremely good. So yeah, that's how easy it is to change the fuel pump on these cars. Like I said, this is a 97 STI with an EJ20K in it. Not so many videos on these cars. A lot of 2.5 RSs or Impreza L's that are getting swapped to the 207 or 20K, 20G. A lot of different motor swaps going in. EJ205 is very common on Rex. This is an authentic right-hand drive STI. I wanted one of these cars, the Type R two-door, that I wanted since I was 7 years old. I bought this car when I was 18. Never looked back. It's been a money pit, of course, but you know, I don't plan on ever selling this car. I'm just gonna button up these last couple of bolts on the top of the gas cap there underneath the seat, and then I'll put them on. I'm not gonna put the rear seats back on, as I'm going to leave it just in case that something else goes and I have to disconnect it. And I'm not gonna put it on until the spring when the tuner gets it and we have to change the fuel injectors and everything like that. But it's gonna be a fun little car to race around. Eventually plan on doing a 6-speed swap and everything to the car. Hopefully make a bunch of videos on this car as I do upgrades, coilovers, and little things. Supers are very common, and there's parts are easy to swap. They're like Lego. They bolt right over top. It's very fun cars. So hope you guys enjoy, and thanks for watching.